Did a leak down on this Banshee motor. This one's like bone stock pretty much. Like literally bone stock. Runs great though. It's what came in the 99 when I bought it. When I built the 99, I didn't touch the motor. I planned to build a motor specifically for the 99, like a ported stock cylinder. But this was in it. It runs great with those Paul Turner mids. Lots of bottom end mid. Good. It was what I thought would have been a good reliable stock motor. Had Chinese head studs in it. I didn't know they were the Chinese ones because I didn't put the motor together. I never buy Chinese shit. But anyway, I noticed there last week when I was out for a rip, one of the head studs, the front one, it literally sheared halfway up. So I pulled the motor, fixed that one stud, pulled it out, had to weld a washer so I didn't damage the cylinder, and then weld a nut and take it off because it sheared off about flush with the cylinder deck. Changed the one stud, didn't think anything of it, thought maybe it was just one faulty stud or whatever. Put the new gasket on, torqued it down 20 foot-pounds, and I took it for a ride, and 3 head studs snapped. And I'm looking at them, they're cast. Those cheap Chinese head studs with the Allen top on it, kind of like an ARP bolt would have. They're cast. They ain't steel. They're just cast steel. They're garbage. 3 more broke. And that was just from torquing it. And they didn't break well torquing it. It actually torqued down nice. But they broke once I ran the motor. That's why I put the 421 in the 99, just to rip around. And I ended up putting a milled head I had from a previous build. That's a stock head that I had milled down, tighten up the squish. But so I changed all the head studs to stock head studs, which I have a bunch of stuff in bags for Banshee stuff. I got 6 Banshee engines on the shelf, plus the Banshee 421 that's in the 99. I have no shortage of Banshee parts. I will be putting together a few more Banshee engines over this year and just having them on the shelf ready to go kind of deal for projects, because I have a few Banshee chassis, and that one will be going together here shortly. It's going to come apart. That one was together with the 421 in it, and that's going to come back apart again. It's a cut modified chassis, OEM chassis. But for just burning around, I'm not going to hurt it. I'm not jumping it. So still going to build it with wide arms and stock swinger kind of deal, and still trail ride it. But that's going to go to powder coat here, I don't know, next couple weeks, maybe a month. I have to completely decide on what I'm going to do. I might do something kind of like fluorescent-y, neon-y color. But there's the 99. There's another chassis in behind my wheels back there. You can see the copper chassis. That'll be getting powder coated sometime this year too. I have to put some tabs back on it. The fender tabs are off of it, and the rear nerf bar tabs, so I'll be putting some tabs on it. So this motor has passed leak down. It has sat for 2 hours now and has dropped 0.2 of a pound PSI. It was 7 pounds PSI over 2 hours ago. So I would say it's airtight. It's actually the only spot that I could find it leaking that was just the slightest leak was right where my leak down tester went. They're just a tad small for those, so, but they're sealed up. It's airtight. It didn't drop no half PSI in 7 minutes. It held 7 PSI for an hour before it dropped those 2. So good to go. Like I said, all stock motor, even stock reeds. Just has Boyce and dual stage reeds in it, but other than that, stock stator, stock flywheel, stock clutch. Clutch is actually pretty mint. So this will be going back in the 99, putting the Paul Turner mids back on it. I mean, I know the 421's not a good trail engine, especially not the Cheetah Cub. Maybe a servo, but still, they're not the best. Ported stock cylinder's the best trail engine, in my opinion anyway. Like the Cheetah's, yeah, fucking insane. It's not so cool when the front wheel's in the air and you're going around a corner and it hits power, and it literally just power wheelies always. And with that quad, like the quad, it'll just, you lift the wheels, it starts going straight again. You're gonna go straight into the trees. So I mean, I built that for more of a trail quad. So putting a stock Banshee motor back in it, putting some good mid pipes on it, the fresh Cerakoted Paul Turner mids, and we'll be pulling the 421 out here in the next half an hour. It'll be out. We'll have that other engine back in it running. This motor will go back into another Banshee chassis, probably the 2002 that's sitting there. I don't know why I kept saying it was a 2001, but that one's a 2002 over there. This one's 99. That one's a 2002 too. But I mean, this quad needed a little bling for a minute. I will build a bling motor for it, and that's what will go in it. It'll be a stock cylinder ported deal with high compression, and I'll probably keep the Paul Turner mids because they're such a great trail pipe. They just make power where you need it. But yeah, I mean, why not toss it in? I put a few good hours on the 421. It's gonna come apart probably soon. It needs the trans gone through. It's got a Joe's ATV Pro Mod trans, neutral in the down position, still 6-speed, but pretty sure second gear is starting to get wore from launching. Just I don't know if the dogs are wearing a little bit, or if the shift fork's a little worn. It's not jumping out of gear, but it's just ratcheting a bit under full load. So I'll get that sorted out soon. When I get that, this will be back out. New motor will be back in it. It'll be back to a running quad, and then it'll be finally time to start working on the 2002. And I need to do a little bit of shit to the 87 S10 here before I blew a hole in the rad. It was driving home from my buddies there about a month ago, and this thing runs pretty cool for a 60 over 400 with 11-1. Like, it runs cool. It'll run 150 down the road if it's cool outside. So I wasn't paying attention, and I thought I clicked off my fans, let it warm up a bit. I flicked off the water pump for a minute, and it got hot. Luckily it saved the engine. The engine was fine. I've leak down tested the engine. I've checked compression on all cylinders. Everything's good. Checked valves. Still runs awesome. But because I run such a high pressure cap on my radiator cap, it ended up, when it get hot, it blew a pinhole in one of the cores, and you can't fix the aluminum rad, not worth fixing, so I have to get a new rad. And not an issue, but I have the top fill cut out and welded closed, so I have rad, just haven't dropped it off. That's another thing I need to get to. There will be a new motor going in that thing shortly. Just my 388's finally done at the engine shop again, so I will be swapping it back in. It's a little bit more gnarly, less cubes. That's a 413 in there. My 388's got bigger heads, bigger cam. Just, it's a bit more wild motor. So be doing a motor swap here probably in the next month or so on that. It only takes a day or so to do it. But yeah, that's where we're at with the Banshees and the pickup truck. There's actually a couple Banshee motors sitting over there. One's an RZ350 motor, and then there's a 4mm stock cylinder setup sitting down there. I've been kind of hoarding all the Banshee engines I can find on Marketplace. But yeah, we'll get this in here in the next hour or two, and you'll probably see a video of it running. Thanks for watching. Click like, share, subscribe.